Hey everybody, this is Christina Delgado, and this is our first Diesel Nation call of April. It is April 3rd, and what an exciting month it is for us as coaches. Before I get to our very special guest speaker, who many of you already know who she is, but if you're a brand new coach, I'm going to introduce her before she kicks off this amazing coach that she's titled Don't Be a Casual Coach, which I love because there's nothing casual about Kara Cannizzaro and the way that she's treated her business. So I'm excited to hear her tips, excited to hear her insight to help us not only capitalize in the month of April, but to see the long-term vision of this business, right? Because that's what it's all about. So before we get to Kara, I want to just recap some important team announcements and also give you some insight as to what's coming in the pipeline for Diesel Nation, not only in the month of April, May, but also what's coming at Summit for you guys. So first, I have to say, if you don't know that the All Access Challenge Pack has been spotlighted for this month at $160, you are living under a rock. So you guys, this is huge. You know that this has been our biggest seller since January, the All Access Challenge Pack. It is being discounted only this month from $199 to $160. Now, while that is a phenomenal deal, and I already see so much activity in terms of Success Club from not only my PS coaches, but in the Punta Cana page, because, right, we're trying to get to that photo op, SC10 by the 14th, which I'm going to cover in just a second. But give me one, Kara, I see that you need access, which you should be able to do that. But let me just get through the announcements one second. Okay, wait, hold on. Sorry, guys. Delete. So you get one for $160. The only thing I caution is the way that you word it, because remember, we're just getting this promotional price for April. So you don't want to kind of shoot yourself in the foot for May and beyond. You want to use words like it is just a special price for this month. Make it very clear that not only are you getting excitement for your customers to purchase now, but that the ones that are watching, they understand that the price will go up and likely will stay up at $199 thereafter. Right? So play your cards right. Make sure that you're following up with everyone that has ever expressed interest in this challenge pack. That's exactly what I did. I went back all the way to January and I started messaging everyone that had expressed interest in the All Access Challenge Pack, and I am already at SC6 and I'm gunning it this month. So I hope you guys are as well. Second, and very important, Saturday is Super Saturday, or Super Weekend, right? You might be going to an event Friday, you might be going Saturday, you might be going Sunday, depends where you are in the country. Super Saturday in Miami is going to be amazing. We have Andrea Crowder, who just moved to Miami from Arizona. She's an 11-star Diamond Coach, Million Club member, multiple-time elite coach. You guys know her from the Elite Mastermind if you guys are in that group. She is one of the best teachers of this business. She's going to be sharing some amazing tips at Super Saturday, and I'm going to be delivering a presentation on Saturday as well, and I've called it what it means to go all in your Team Beachbody business. So I'll be presenting that as well. I'm very, very, very excited about that. And as you know, there's going to be two very exciting announcements that come at us at Super Saturday. I will tell you that one is on the nutrition side and one is on the fitness side. So if you guys want to be like first to know, get excited about what's in the pipeline for us and our business, please get to Super Saturday. If you are a new coach, you can go into your back office, go into Breaking Coach News. It is one of the links. You click on the link of Find a Super Saturday in your area. I even have almost a brand new PS coach that is like 4 or 5 months into the business, couldn't get one in her area. She's hosting her own. So you guys can do that as well. Remember, that's how Becky and I started our business, right? We started hosting Super Saturdays in our living room with 20 people. All right, if you are headed to Punta Cana, if you hit SC10, and you guys can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Because I keep hearing like people saying they can't hear. I'm like, if you are going to Punta Cana at the end of this month, if you hit SC10 by April 14th, you get an exclusive photo op with one of the trainers that's on your wave. Okay, so I don't know what wave the trainers are going to be on. I haven't looked at the app, but I know Autumn's going to be on wave 1, so likely you'll have a photo op with Autumn. I probably am certain that Joel and Jericho are going to be on wave 2, so it's going to be an amazing opportunity to get pictures with the trainers. You guys know those are great for your business. All right, the push 4, and I'm going through these really, really fast. The push 4 ends this Thursday, right? So if you are in that group and you are gunning for diamond, the time is now. Actually, the time was 5 minutes ago that you are literally calling everyone and your grandmother about making this goal of diamond a reality by Wednesday night. You guys know what's on the line. You know that you have to wake up a diamond coach on Thursday morning. It's been an amazing 7 weeks of training. Our elite leaders, our Diesel Nation leaders have poured themselves into that training for you guys, for you to develop your business. So I am so very excited of already the people that have advanced their business to diamond. I'm also very excited to see what happens on Thursday morning because I see so many people right on the brink of accomplishing that goal, and it's very, very exciting. So you guys, now's the time to dig your heels in the ground and make it happen. All right, big announcement. Write this down. This is going to be important for you and your personally sponsored coach. In the month of May, on May 1st, I am teaming up with my success partner and Becky, and we're going to be hosting a group called Fearless Recruiting. It's going to be a 1 month, 30 days dedicated 100% to teaching you how to sponsor coaches into your business without fear. And the reason why we're doing this is because I kind of did an inventory of my personally sponsored coaches and who are killing it in Success Club, right? I have a strong base of Success Club, the SC6, SC10, all of this stuff. And I'm like, why aren't you sponsoring? You're like, well, I'm scared. Scared of what? I don't know, but we're going to fix that problem. On May 1st, we are going to host a group called Fearless Recruiting. We're going to have some guest speakers in there. We're going to be giving scripts. We're going to be just dumping all of our knowledge on how to sponsor coaches into your business because you guys know while Success Club gives you a business, right, gives you those commissions, gives you that income, it is building a team that builds the dream. Can we get an amen on that, right? And we need to get better at sponsoring coaches into our business. Now, the requirement for Diesel Nation, because we have such a large organization, is that you have to hit Success Club in the month of April. Okay, that's it. You just have to hit Success Club in the month of April. If you and of course, if any of your PS coaches want to get into the group, they have to hit Success Club in the month of April, and you get an automatic inclusion into Fearless Recruiting. The group is already set up. The materials are already being prepared, and we're going to be ready to bring it. And lastly, you guys, before I bring Kara onto this call, okay, Summit. Can you believe that it is like, we haven't even gone to Punta Cana yet, and we're already talking about Summit. New coaches, bear with me. Coaches going to Summit, this is super duper important. I don't have all the information yet as to what the qualification is going to be, but Becky and I have confirmed our Diesel Nation Summit Luncheon is going to take place on Thursday at Lucy's Retired Surfers Bar and Grill in the French Quarter. It is an absolute amazing place. Once again, we are shutting down the entire restaurant for Diesel Nation, for our leaders, for our coaches that are working the business. It's going to be phenomenal. We're so excited. Becky's going to be posting about it tomorrow, and we're going to be also sharing the qualification. Now, this year we're doing a little bit different, where there's going to be a very small qualification to attend other than hitting Success Club. It will likely involve the leadership ladder. So if that's a hint, write that down. Leadership ladder. It will likely involve the leadership ladder. So for you guys that are brand new, you can find all this information on the Coach Online Office. Talk to your upline sponsor about the leadership ladder so that you can get your personal invitation to our 5th annual Diesel Nation Luncheon. You guys know that we're there last year. It was such an amazing time to be for 1 second at Summit together as a team, and it made the world of difference for us. So now, Kara, now we can deal with the screen share. Do you see the button at the bottom of your screen?
Yes, I'm not going to need it until later. I just wanted to make sure there was permission. So.
Yes, you have permission, and you see the button, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so now I can introduce my Kara Cannizzaro. So just to give you a little bit of background on Kara, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to do a brief introduction and then let it rip. So Kara and I go back to our law school days. Believe it or not, in, I want to say 2002, I was 2003, I guess. I was a second-year lawyer. Second-year law student. I think so was Kara. And we both landed a job, a summer associate job at the law firm that we both ended up getting offers to work for as attorneys. And so I met Kara way back when. And if it wasn't for Kara posting one day, this is a really funny story. She saw the post the other day. She did, on this day, Kara posted about doing insanity. And of course, I was, maybe a year or two into the business, and I pounced on her. I'm like, well, I'm a coach, and I do insanity. And, I totally, vomited the opportunity on her. And I was like, you're a lawyer. You can do this. It's going to be so awesome. And she's like, no. And I guess you can tell her story, but it was really, really funny to see how I reacted to that post on social media. I literally attacked her. You gotta talk to me about Beachbody. But fast forward, you guys, Kara has built an amazing Beachbody business from the time she started working her business and not being a casual coach. She just recently retired from the practice of law. She went through the firms, then became a solo practitioner, and just recently announced that she is done practicing law. I know, it's so amazing to earn that kind of freedom. She is a 2015 elite coach, Success Club legend. I mean, the list goes on and on when it comes to Kara's accolades in the business. But one thing's for sure, she knows this business. She knows how to grow this business, and her team that is led with so many deep leaders like Jenny Palumbo, Melissa Alexander, Lindsay Alexander, Bim Day, all these amazing coaches represent, Lori Motto, who I'm staring at right now, represent this amazing team, No Limits Fitness, that just is growing by the second. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Ms. Kara Cannizzaro.
Thank you for that amazing welcome. And you guys, I'm so excited to be here tonight. Honestly, the energy is running through my whole body, and you just got me hot off of Tony Robbins' Unleash the Power Within. So I'm really going to bring it tonight. Okay, let's bring the energy up because it's Monday. It's a new month. I know you're already you got your to-do list and you're all in your head. You just put your kids down. Come tonight with an open mind. I want to share with you my evolution, and I want you to know who I am today and where I am in my business. I had no idea any of this would happen, you guys. Christina told you a little bit, but I was a lawyer, practicing lawyer, and just to give you a little background on me, I needed to work on myself. I needed to lose weight. I needed to have energy again. I wanted to feel good in my own skin again. So that was my motivation, and that's why I was drawn to her. But what she may not realize is I did follow her for a year and a half, over a year, because I actually remember messaging her. I mean, I was so inspired because we were so similar. And that's why we tell you and we teach you to talk to your audience, because what she was saying, I was eating it up because it was exactly how I felt. We think the same way. We had a lot of similarities, both practicing attorneys. We both had 2 young children. And I can remember distinctly Christina announcing a challenge group. Again, I don't know anything about challenge groups. I don't know what she does as a coach. I just know she's a kick-ass attorney. I know she looks great. I know she's energetic. And I remember messaging her saying, hey, I'm 7 months pregnant. I can't wait to when I have this baby, I'll join you. And it's just one of those things. I mean, what she was putting out there, I was attracted to, because she was speaking my language. And so I know I'm kind of going out of order here, but the first thing is speak to your audience. And in order to do that, you have to figure out who that is. And that means, and that requires you to figure out who you are. And honestly, you guys, in 4 years, like, one of the biggest realizations I had is that when I came into coaching, I pretty much lived my whole life making decisions based on what I thought other people expected of me. Well, you know what? People would probably think that I would do something like go to law school. It'll be a challenge. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. And so I decided to go to law school. I mean, there was nothing compelling pulling me towards it. It was just the kind of thing that I thought people expected of me. And I had never really challenged myself to sit down and really, really, truly dig deep within my heart and soul and ask myself, what is going to give me joy and fulfillment? And for the first time since I became a coach, I really got to examine that question and figure it out. And so, I mean, I have a call to action right now, which is, it's okay. So many people at different stages in their lives, and people that are in their 60s and 70s, are still saying, you know, what is going to give me the greatest joy and fulfillment? But you have such a unique opportunity right now to dive into your personal development, you know, and work on yourself and grow yourself. One of the first things I tell people when they start as coaches is, we have the coolest job in the world, because our number one primary responsibility is to be growing every single day. And that's what you should be doing. And that's why personal development is so important. Okay. There's a reason for all of this. But that's just a little, you know, that's why I invested in Tony Robbins, because it's so important to me to be tied to what my goals are. And for the very first time, I have this vision, and I know exactly where our family is going. I know what our future looks like. And that all happened because I took the steps that we take as coaches. I do the vital behaviors, but let me tell you, I was a very, very different person 4 years ago. So we're gonna talk about that a little more. But again, have an open mind tonight, because the person I am today was not who enrolled with Christina. Again, I was somebody who watched her for a long time. I messaged her randomly. The message might have slipped through the cracks, and that's, you know, the key is in the follow-up. I promise you, if you go through all of your sent messages and your communications, you might find those messages you missed. You have to now, with technology and the way information moves so quickly, you cannot follow up with someone once. You not have one conversation with somebody. Sometimes people need to hear things. In fact, the research shows people need to hear things 6, 7, 8 times. And something, I study all the top coaches. I listen to them on the national wake-up calls. I watch their training on YouTube, their trainings, because I'm a student of what we do as coaches, and it's important to me to constantly get better every day. And something that I constantly hear from the top coaches who are the most successful and who do this, the best at what we do, is they all say, I told my coach no for 6 months. I told my coach no for a year. And so why is it that we beat ourselves up and immediately think, oh, I'm not cut out for this. You know, I'm not a good coach, because somebody isn't ready. Why do we do this to ourselves? And listen, my hand is raised. Raise your hand if you took it personally, ever. If somebody said they weren't ready, raise your hand. Guys, it's not you. It's okay. And so these are the kinds of things that you learn when you commit to not only the vital behaviors and getting more efficient and productive in doing the vital behaviors, right? And making them second nature every single day, but the personal development, that this is what gives you the perspective and helps you see it's okay. You know, the universe has your back, and the right people will be attracted to you based on okay. So I don't know, we got some feedback. My biggest regret is what I'm going to share with you more, which is that I did not take this opportunity seriously for quite some time. I was what I would call a casual coach. And so, like, the biggest goal that I have tonight, and the purpose for this call, is that I really just want to open your eyes to this opportunity. I want you to have a breakthrough tonight, because if I had just opened my eyes a little bit wider and had been, ready and willing to receive all of the mentoring and the guidance that Christina gave me sooner, I would have seen that everything I wanted, that the activities that we do as coaches would get me there so much faster than all the things that I was doing every day. Can you guys see me okay? I don't know. We have, anyway. Okay. So just really quickly, my background is, obviously I followed Christina for a long time. We were summer associates together. We worked at the same firm for a year. I went on to a smaller firm. And once I had my kids, I was a contract attorney, which means that my firm, when they had jobs for me, I would get my work done, but I was able to work from home mostly. And that was something I negotiated with them, because I knew once I had kids, it didn't matter if there was kind of like a cut in pay, as long as we could make ends meet, which honestly, that's really all we did, was we just barely made ends meet, because I took a significant cut. So I had the security financially when I worked for a large firm, but there's really not so much security because I was in real estate. And in 2008, 2009 is when we saw all the investments and the building and the development in South Florida go down. And so they didn't really have a lot of work, but I wasn't working full time, but I had the quality of life that I wanted. I was earning maybe a third of what I was earning as a full-time attorney in a firm. But I was with my kids. I have my son Dominic is 8.5, and Avery's going to be 6 this weekend. And so I had Dominic at that time. He was young, so it gave me some flexibility. But I very quickly realized that I needed to do something more, and so I went in. I started my own practice, and so I really, by the time I signed up as a coach, I had really, really invested a lot of time and energy and money and honing my craft into developing a client base and really getting good at practicing law. I had some areas, I can't say I was a specialist because I wasn't certified, but there were some areas that I worked on exclusively, and I built my law firm from scratch. Deep down, that's probably why it took me longer to make the time investment that I needed to make to achieve what I really wanted, because I did have, my past and my time and my investment was wrapped up in my law career. And so that's probably why I was casual. That's not a reason to be casual though, because I'm going to help you see the bigger picture. So I signed up. I was overweight. I was about 35 pounds overweight. And again, my primary motivation was really just to feel like myself again. And you guys, I was so inspired by not only Christina, but the community. The community. I could sit there and see the post of, moms with 2 and 3 kids who had full-time jobs, who were getting up and getting it done at 5 a.m. And still today, I see those posts now from the coaches on my team. And I think, there are no excuses. If it's important to you and your health is a priority, you can get it done. And that was something that really motivated me and pulled me in the beginning. And so I was very attracted to the community. And I really just joined to work on myself. I had no business expectations. I had no income expectations. In fact, I might have said something to Christina like, I don't need any more stress in my life. I don't just want this to be something that's unfun. I want it to be fun, motivating, and inspiring. And that's kind of how I went into it. So, as far as my progression, I was a discount coach. You guys, I was not somebody that was hitting Success Club every single month. Yes, I sold challenge packs here and there, but I was not honed in on the vital behaviors and the things that you're learning in coach training today. I was not focused on getting better at those activities every single day. I was really just enjoying my journey, focusing on my transformation. And one thing I did do from the very beginning was I decided, in order for me to stick with this, I saw enrolling as a coach as taking it to the next level. And so in order to really, really go to the next level for me, I had to stick with it. I had to have success. And so I knew I had to out myself and publicly share my journey. And that was really difficult for me to do. I had so many self-limiting beliefs. I was very, very, worried about what other people would think of me. I was one of those people. I was a little insecure. Kind of let that get in the way. But when it came to the fitness, I wanted to share that. I wanted to share that because I knew I needed to do it for myself. And lo and behold, even though I wasn't focused on the business, people did start coming and asking for help. And that's because I got an incredible transformation. I love the programs. I was energized. I shared that excitement on my social media. Again, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just excited about the programs and, the progress that I was making and what I was learning about myself, and I was sharing about it. So it was very organic. It happened very slowly. But again, my first year, I started my first challenge group 5 months in. It went really well. I love the challenge group atmosphere. I just kind of immersed myself into Beachbody culture. And I will say from the very beginning, even though I considered myself a discount coach, you guys, I did not miss team calls. I listened to team calls, and I looked back at my records because I was curious. And I've been a coach for over 4 years, but aside from 2 events, I have never missed a Super Saturday. And I did not join Beachbody to build a business and earn an income. I saw the value for myself, to be inspired, to be empowered, to learn from people who were successful. I saw the value in going to Super Saturdays. Okay, I had no business goals, but I went to Super Saturdays because I wanted to be inspired. I wanted to be around the Beachbody people. And you know what? I would go every single time. I would take things away from that. I remember Kim Lima at the first Super Saturday I went to, and I was like, she's so impressive. And I never could see myself doing what she was doing or in her position, but I was inspired. So I just kept going. Same thing for team calls. I really appreciate you guys being here tonight because you're making an investment in yourself. I'm like a broken record this year, but man, you got to show up for yourself and you got to show up for your goals. And the one way to do that and to constantly be learning and growing is to show up on team calls. And so one of the things that's really frustrating as a coach and a leader is that when I hear coaches who are just starting out, and I know it can be overwhelming, but everybody wants things so quickly. And they say, oh, it didn't meet my goals this month. Tie it back to the vital behaviors. And really, really, you got to be honest with yourself. How many team calls have you participated in? How many Super Saturdays have you been to? What kind of investment have you made in yourself and in your personal development in getting better as a coach? Because those are the things that are going to grow your business. I mean, I always say the magic is in our events. And if you've never been to a Super Saturday and you don't hop on a lot of team calls, I'm really glad you're here tonight. But that is where you put the pieces together and really start to figure out this business and get this passion. And it ignites your soul on fire when you hear the ways in which you can change your life. And so always take every opportunity. I always did that from day one. It didn't matter. I wasn't making a lot of money or any money or what, I think I'll go through spreadsheets, but $100 a month, $35 a month, maybe $200 one month. But I saw the value in that. I never saw it as a waste of time. And I always left a call or a training inspired. And so for me, if you start there and you're a brand new coach and you just want to be inspired and you want to work towards getting better, invest your time here and you will be, and go to the team calls and get to the events. Okay. So in year 1, like I said, discount coach. And, when you kind of go, and I'm not looking at the comments yet, but I'm happy to answer any questions, but I was rewarded as a discount coach. I made about $2,500 in my first 9 months. So March through December. And you guys, I was pumped. I was elated. I was like, I cannot believe I had lost 35 pounds. I feel incredible. I'm in the best shape of my life. I have this amazing energy. I'm happier than I've ever been. And I've helped people. Kind of just take control of their health again, and feel good again. And that was so rewarding and fulfilling to me. So I not only covered my costs, but I made a little bit more. It was all through retail sales. I signed 2 coaches my first 9 months. First was a discount coach. The second was a business builder at the end of the year. But something really interesting happened. And I've talked about this before. 2 months later, I was a diamond. And so what happened was I was gaining momentum all that time because I was sharing with passion and conviction and belief about how people could change their health, because I believed it. I was experiencing it. And something I think that trips people up is that there's this mental block, you guys, where you can talk with such passion and excitement about a new blouse or your mascara or a bathing suit, right? Or this crap you bought at Target. And then when you go to talk about something that's benefiting you in these amazing ways, that's changing your life, that's also, by the way, providing you with an income, then you get all bottled up and you're like, nah, I can't go there. And you have this like mental block. Why are we not sharing this? Why are you not sharing how you feel every day? Again, if that's you and you can relate to any of that, then you're a casual coach and you haven't owned it yet. You haven't really embraced everything that this is giving you and everything it can provide, not only for you, but for all the people in your life. And so that was a big connection that I had this year, was that, man, again, I talked about self-limiting beliefs, but I had so much stuff that held me back that first year, that first 12 months. I was so worried about the guy from college or the sorority sister or whatever, what they would think of me. And then I went to an event. Of course, this happens at an event where I spoke with somebody not even on Diesel Nation, but, a fellow coach. And she just we had this breakthrough conversation, and she was like, "What? But why are you letting that impact, this excitement? It's obviously, it's obvious how excited you are. Why aren't you sharing that more? Why are you holding back so much?" And she just really helped me see that, man, nobody else pays your paychecks. Think about it. Most of the people that you're Facebook friends with, you would not know them in actual real life today, or you would not be seeing them, right? You're not interacting with them. Everything is through social media now. And so why on earth would you care about Susie Q that you went to high school with? You cannot do that. You have to be focused on what you want. And so I made that mental shift at an event. And then like 2 seconds later, I was diamond. It's because I had been doing the activities. I'd been doing the vital behaviors. I was always, always passionate about what our programs could do for people and just my belief in in this company's mission. But it was all the other crap, the stories that I made up about myself and about what I could do to help other people that really held me back. So I advanced to diamond. Year 2, I just kept going, you guys. I just kept learning and growing every day, sharing my love and passion for this business. And what I love is that you can go your own pace. And honestly, in my second year, I still didn't really have all of the tools. I was running challenge groups without challenge group guides. Can you imagine that? We have these awesome challenge group guides in the back office. I was just freestyling it and just showing up every day and encouraging people and doing whatever I could do to help them get results and to help them find belief in themselves. And I kept going and I kept going. So I was a diamond in my second year, and I didn't rank advanced to star diamond until my third year. But I got a little bolder and braver. And so, again, my mindset began kind of broadening. And I began to see that long-term vision of, how is this changing my life, and talking about that more and growing my team. And you guys, by the end of the second year, I made, and I want to preface this. I spent no more than an hour and a half to 2 hours a day because, right, I'm a practicing attorney. I have my law firm. I have my children. I didn't join Beachbody. I joined Beachbody to enhance my life, and that's exactly what it was doing. And I was very, very just excited. I loved the work I was doing. It never felt like work. And so, again, I was more of a hobby coach, but I was a solid diamond coach building a team. And I spent no more than an hour and a half to 2 hours a day, again, really not knowing what the heck I was doing. And I earned $27,000 in my second year as a Beachbody coach. And again, I mean, looking back, it just floored me. It floored me. This part-time hobby that I am getting so much from personally, that is growing me, that is making me realize things about myself, that is allowing me to empower people, earned me $27,000. And then I began to think about my friends who are teachers, who earn a little bit more and they have full-time jobs and it keeps them away from their families for 40 hours and more. And here I am doing this a little bit in the morning and a little bit in the evening and just really, truly committing and going all in with my health. And I'm able to earn almost pretty much a full-time income. And so that second year, man, that was really, really eye-opening. Okay. And so I want to talk to you. I'm sorry I'm jumping around. I'm excited. But I want to talk to you about, I think, the common things that really kind of get in our way early on. And this can be whether you've been a coach for 2 seconds or 2 years. I think there's a lot of common themes. And these are the kind of things that I've worked through over the past 4 years. And as I worked on myself and I worked my personal development and I made these realizations, I was able to clear them. And now I can share about the coaching opportunity and I can share about the financial opportunity with absolutely no limits, because I know I have a genuine heart, and I know why I'm doing this, and that is to help other people experience the same thing that I'm experiencing. And so I think really what it comes down to is usually things stop us, right? You know what to do. You know you should be sharing 3 to 5 times a day on social media. You know you should be friend requesting 3 to 5 people, and that you should be starting at least 3 to 5 conversations a day, and that you have to do those kind of scary posts and those vulnerable posts where you share about your journey and you share some things that, maybe aren't very easy to share, and you share about the business opportunity. And I think what stops people a lot of times is they have this fear. They have this fear that it won't be good enough, or that they won't be loved. Somehow when you dig down deep into it, and we talked about this at Unleash the Power Within, but it all comes down to fear. And the way you solve that, move past that, is your personal development. And in that first year and a half or so, I wasn't really consistently doing it. What I was doing was I was listening to the National Wake Up Calls, and they're a tremendous training resource. And I think that Beachbody gives us so many tools to be successful. It's all right there in your back office. You can never say, I didn't have the tools or the resources. It's all there for you guys. It's a matter of taking charge and taking hold of it and running with it. But I always listened to National Wake Up Calls, but I wasn't doing enough personal development. So that really happened in years 3 and 4, and that became more of a priority for me. But it's just kind of like the stories we make up. And my stories that I made up in the beginning were, I don't have time for this. And I know that you might have said it to your coach before you enrolled. I know you probably hear it a lot. And the funny thing is, of course, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. We can look at Christina and Becky and see, and those were my models as I was a brand new baby coach, looking up at my coach, seeing her 2-hour commute and her, big job with a lot of demands as a partner at a law firm, knowing the stress and the pressure that she was under, that she was building her business with 2 babies at home, that was the level of commitment that it took. And I watched her and I said, if she can do it, so can I. And I just modeled my actions and my behavior and the growth that I took as a coach after my coach and after all of the leaders. You guys, we have so many incredible leaders on Diesel Nation. Mindy Horde, Amy Coppola, Katie Green, Danielle McKean, boom, boom, boom. I could go on, but those were the people that I modeled myself after, because I saw that they were doing it. And just day by day, I kept having a little more belief. I was a chronic overthinker. I still am, but I'm getting there. I'm getting better. But raise your hand if you overthink things too much, if you make this business harder than it is. Let me explain something. The business is very simple. It's very simple. You commit, you go all in with your health and fitness. You publicly document your journey. You work on growing yourself every single day, and you share what you're learning with the people around you. And then the next step is helping your coaches to duplicate and model your activities. And that's really where the incredible, significant, profound income comes with those activities. But the business itself is simple. And I think I took this quote from Tony Robbins, but Complexity is the enemy of execution. The harder you make things, the harder it is to execute. So please just keep things simple for yourself. Show up, drink your shake, press play, post about it, show up in your challenge groups, love on your challengers, help them find that belief within themselves, work to get better every single day, set your goals high. That's a really important part of growth as a coach and as a leader. Don't be afraid to set those big goals. Set them, and the higher the better, because the higher you set them, the harder you work and the faster you get there. And you guys, that's something I've just learned with time. I was one of those tentative people. I'm going to do this nice and slow. Why? Why go slow in building the life of your dreams? Why would you go slow? Why would you wait until the timing's perfect? Why aren't you working on this right now and figuring out exactly what you want and then working towards it every single day? That's what you need. Okay, so let me see if I can screen share really quickly. And I'm going to talk a little more about year 3 and year 4. Okay, Christina, I don't see my PowerPoint. Let me make sure it's open first. Okay, well, maybe I can just go to, sorry guys, let me just go to my, Christina, are you on? Can you hear me?
I am here. You need to hit screen share.
I'm hitting screen share. Okay, I'm just gonna go to my desktop and then I will.
There we go.
Okay, perfect. Okay, you guys see that okay?
Yes.
All right, so I know I'm running long, you guys. I want you to have breakthroughs because we all have the similar types of ideas and the stories we tell ourselves about why this can't happen for us. And I'm telling you, you got to open your eyes. You got to open your eyes and see the potential in this. I am grateful every single day that I did. And I'm sure there were times when Christina wanted to wring my neck and she's like, come on, you're right there. You can do this. You can do this. But it took me longer. And I want to shorten the learning curve for you because there is nothing that is holding you back from doing the same exact things that I've done. Okay. So like I said, my actions and efforts align with my income ultimately. And in years 3 and 4, what you're going to see is the power of the compound effect. And this is the kind of thing this is the reason why you can't be shy about sharing the business opportunity. You cannot be scared about offering it. You cannot be worried about what if somebody says no, you guys. You have something of value you are offering to them. Okay, you can never forget that. Okay, so your beliefs, your actions, the energy and effort you bring to what you do will reflect what the business gives back to you over time. And I want to point something out before I go through these. I'm a little nervous to show you guys. I've never really shared it aside from the Diamonds and No Limits Fitness, but it's hard for me to talk about income because it is such a blessing, and it's I don't know, it's something that makes me uncomfortable. So I'm coming out of my comfort zone tonight to share this with you because I want to open your eyes to this. I want you to have the belief that you can do the same things that I'm doing. Okay, so I don't know, there's somebody drawing on red, but that's okay. That's all right. We can still read it. So the problem is that when people get started, and this is normal, is that they're not really sure, right? Not everybody has a crystal clear vision for themselves on day one. And that's okay, but that's what personal development will help you create. And that's why you really just need to dive into personal development right away. And so I was kind of just a casual coach, right? That's what maybe 60 to 70% of the network is. And so I got casual results and I was thrilled with them because I got so much from it personally. So again, I've really shared a lot of this. My first year, reconnected with some old friends. It's all very casual, but I really, really did focus on my personal transformation. And I loved our culture and everything grew from there. $2,500 in that 9-month period. And again, it's not why I came to Beachbody and it's not what I was focused on. But I was thrilled and I kept going. And so year 2, I start to get more serious. I rank advanced to diamond. And I made, like I said, I mean, what some people make as a full-time income, I was doing as a hobby at 1.5 to 2 hours a day. I hope that is eye-opening for you. Because if you say to yourself, I just wish I had the time to commit to this, you're not being honest with yourself. And one thing that I have always done is I have tried to be brutally honest with myself. You have to take ownership today. Okay, this is some tough love. You have to take ownership today of where you are in life, personally, with your health, with your financial circumstances. Not everything is circumstances you can control. We all understand that. But as soon as you take ownership of where you are in your business and in your own personal health, you can reclaim the power to go where you want to go. So it doesn't happen without being honest with yourself. And so something I've done, you guys, I have failed to hit goals. Okay. You're not, not everybody hits every goal they set for themselves. That's okay. I have failed plenty along the way. I lean into that. I learn from it, and I keep growing, and I grow, and I get better. But I have failed at hitting certain goals that I've set for myself, but I worked harder and I got better because I set those goals. And even something like Success Club, you guys, there was a month that I didn't hit Success Club, and I was beating myself up about it because it was important to me. And by this time I'm a leader and I want to show everybody on my team, I want to lead by example. I didn't hit that marker, but I couldn't really be disappointed because I was intelligent about it and looked at it and just looked at the markers, the formula that we've set. Did I invite the way I was supposed to invite every single day to get the results that I wanted? Did I do the vital behaviors every single day to the level, to the intensity that I was supposed to hit that mark? And so don't get discouraged. If you don't hit your recruitment goals one month, be honest with yourself and you can evaluate it and you can learn from it and get better. Never let that impact where you're headed. That's just a tool you use to get better moving forward. And so I don't let when I lose a coach, when I have a coach cancellation, if I have somebody who says they're going to coach and then they decide again, I don't let any of those things distract me because my mission is so much larger. And so again, I talked about year 2. Let me get into year 3. Year 3 is when I got serious. I knew that there were going to be diamonds produced on our team. I knew that we had a team full of motivated, driven women. And quite honestly, that was really what kicked my butt into gear in year 2, is that I stepped up because I saw the incredible potential and the fire within the women that were enrolling on our team, not necessarily personally sponsored coaches, but like Christina mentioned, I had my first leader, Jenny, and then Melissa Alexander, Lindsay Alexander, and we were just this tight-knit tribe. And you guys, we worked very closely and we worked very cohesively together. But I really stepped up my game to do the scary things, to host business opportunity calls. And I remember so frantic because I over-prepare and I overthink everything, messaging Christina, I'm doing my first business opportunity call. It has to be perfect. People are counting on me and I need for it to be perfect. She's like, who cares if nobody shows up? Like, this is your practice. You just go for it. Go for it. And I'm like, she's right. Why am I putting all this pressure on myself? And so I just went for it, you guys. And in year 3, we put systems into place. But the important thing here is you never do this alone, right? And so the people on our team we were all together creating this incredible energy and momentum. And you better believe there's a lot of recognition on our team page because it's a teaching tool, and it shows others that they can do it. It builds confidence. It gets people excited. And so we did a lot of that, and we did a lot of training, and there were systems. But this is where my husband stepped in. And my husband helped me look at trends, business trends. And they always say, in order to grow it, you have to know it. And so I looked in the previous office view. I started understanding, okay, how many coaches are we signing on my team every month? And I started focusing on those numbers. I started focusing on weekly volume and recognizing it. And lo and behold, every month, every week, every month, it got larger and larger and larger. And so what you focus on will expand. So if you're focused on and you put in your head, I can't find anybody that wants to work in this business. I can't find a business builder. What are you going to be doing? You're going to put that energy out there and you're going to attract, uncertain people. You want to be certain about this business. You want to do the work that's required to be certain about it so that you attract equally confident people that want the same things that you want. And so I think those are the kinds of things that we did in year 3. And so we focused on volume recruitment. In order to know it, you have to grow it. And again, these are things that, as a first or second year coach, I want you to be aware of. You might not be there yet, but the sooner you know it, the better. And so we really did honestly explode. I focused a lot on mentoring the top 10% of my team, and it did not matter personally to me. I mean, it doesn't matter who I sponsored. I focused on the people who are putting the investment of time and the hustle and the effort into growing their organizations. Okay. Next slide. And so let's get to, this is what it looks like, you guys. Okay, so this is a graph of my commitment level, my effort, my energy, and how that shows on a graph in terms of volume. And which as you begin to learn this business more, volume will eventually equate into your income, and it will be an important part of your income. It's what you earn through cycle bonuses. But this year 1, I wish I could make it bigger, but this right here is year 1, and it's there, you guys. I was earning, $100 a month here, $200 a month. And then in year 2, actually year 4 is not on here. Year 4 is comparable to year 3. But you can see this is my activities, my commitment level going up, the time I'm spending, the level of my intensity, how bold I'm getting, sharing about the business opportunity. My focus on helping coaches duplicate the business activities to help them have success. And there's year 3. So that's pretty wild. That's pretty insane, you guys. Just completely insane. This is my income. Okay, so there it is, my first year. And again, my evolution, my thought process is discount coach, hobby coach. I'm putting more and more into it. And then look what happens to my income. And that, of course, that doesn't happen alone. That happens because you're building a team of leaders who are duplicating your activities. And soon they're doing the things that you're doing. But you can never expect anybody to do something that you're not yourself doing. And so if you want to grow an organization, you need to start taking those steps and looking at this and viewing this as $1 million business, because it has the potential to be all that and more. Okay, and so this is my weekly earnings. Okay. Ooh. And there it is again. You guys, this is by the month. And again, discount coach, hobby coach. And I was blown away. The income that I was earning. And I said to myself, this is special, and the best part about it is the way that I get to teach this to other people to help them do the same thing I'm doing. That's how I looked at it, you guys, was there's people that can benefit from this. How many families can benefit from an extra $500 a month, and they want and desperately want and need to get healthy, think about their quality of life. And again, it was my mind making the shift. Year 3 is when the systems were put into place and we grew. There were months in my 3rd year where there were 80 to 90 coaches in my entire downline signing up in 30 days. And that does not happen without a motivated team of leaders. And there were a number of leaders, but that's why you want to be bold in your recruitment and your inviting. That's why you cannot be shy about inviting people. Look at what this opportunity can provide, And so, halfway through the 3rd year, I said to myself, what am I doing practicing law? It sucks the life out of me. It drains the energy out of me. I don't get the joy and fulfillment that I get being a coach. for something that I worked 15 years, you guys, undergrad, law school, took the bar, practiced law. I practiced for 11 years. I said to myself, I cannot believe that there's something out there that allows me to become who I want to be, that empowers me to help other women and men do the same thing. And I get to earn an income. And so you guys, in March of 2016, in that month, I made $27,000. And it blows my mind every day to this day. And it's why I can't let all the little stuff get in the way of our larger mission of making sure people understand how special this is, how they can change their lives. My dog upstairs is barking. I want to share 3 things that really, really matter to me, because why you do this has to be compelling. It is so important to figure out now really how this can change your life and why you're going to get up early and do this and why you're going to make the time to do a power hour at night. I realized that I wanted to pick my kids up from school, and I just wanted to be there. I wanted that time with them when they were out at 2:00. And so it was a year ago, financially, I had cut back as much of my law work as I could. And I was able to say to my son, you want to be a car rider? You're a car rider. And that was it. It was all in my control. I had the freedom to work when I wanted to work, to put time in, to pour into my Beachbody business on my time when I wanted to. And I was able to go pick my kids up every single day. And that meant everything. That meant every single, the time that we invest in sitting on calls and GSR, getting started right calls with our new coaches, and the time we spend like figuring out social media, it was all worth it. It was all worth it for that. So the first thing was being able to pick my kids up. And then being, and having that time with them from like 2 to 5 or 6 o'clock, our special time before I started dinner. The second thing was being able to treat my family to a trip to Aspen. You guys, I've always wanted to go skiing. I've never been skiing in my entire life. In the beginning of the year, I listen to what Christina says. I do. And she's like, just make your goals big, make them. And I'm like, I'm going to be an elite coach, and I want to go on a family ski vacation. Well, I didn't know what was required to hit elite, but I set it as a goal. And you better believe subconsciously, my mind was working on that all year. And my mind was working on, well, if I want to be able to earn enough money to treat my family to this amazing ski vacation, I got to work. I got to help people get what they want. And that's all I did. But we were able to go on the most amazing ski vacation. They have been asking me for 3 months when we're going again. Now our focus is purchasing our house, which we're under contract, and it's incredible. And so that's our focus now. But like, you guys will have those memories forever. That's what mattered to me. And that's what I was able to do because of this business. And then the third thing, I wasn't even planning on sharing this, but it was being able to buy a home. We bought a town villa when we got married, and it's 1,500 square feet. We bought it 11 years ago. We have 3 businesses, 2 kids. We've had 3 dogs. Our house is beat up. You guys, I have been hoping and praying and working for our forever home for years now. And finally now, as of last week, we're under contract. You guys, it would not have happened without Beachbody. None of these amazing blessings in my life would have happened if I hadn't just listened. And here's this is what I want. This is what I want. I say this to Christina all the time. I don't think I would have become a coach unless it was for her, because it was her message and her voice that I needed to hear. And maybe I had another friend that was a coach, but she didn't share the opportunity the way that Christina did. And I want you to let that sink in, because your voice is important. We are all different. There are different things that matter to us. we are different people. We are all unique. We all have these beautiful gifts to bring to the table, and you've got to share your story and your voice. People out there right now, there's people on your friends list that need to hear your story, that will be inspired by your story. If only you share it boldly, and with conviction and belief and passion for what we do. And that's really what I did, and it's led me here. So there it is, you guys. That's crazy for me to share. I was a discount coach, and I was paid, commensurate with discount coach earnings. I was thrilled because of, again, everything that I was getting personally. And I have some notes here, but something I want you to keep in mind was like, when I was earning $50 or $100, or my attitude, my belief, my enthusiasm for what we do never wavered. It has never wavered. I have always been so passionate about how this company can change people's lives. And first it dealt with health. And now obviously there's a lot more that I have to share, and so when you think about sharing something scary or vulnerable, and you think to yourself, oh, that's too hard. Don't be selfish. Honestly, don't be selfish and make it about you. It really need to think about the person on the other end that needs to hear your story, that will be inspired by it. My second year, my third year, and last year was just insane. I can't even wrap my head around it, honestly. I am a 5-star diamond in my first business center. I am a star diamond in my second business center. My husband is a diamond, but he's placed on my strong leg because I was like, I want to get to diamond, and I placed him. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter. You can't let those kind of things. So, but that's 3 diamond plus level business centers and the 5-star bonuses. You guys, don't hold back. Don't be casual about this business. Your dreams and your goals for your life and what you want out of this life and what you want to be able to give your family is so much bigger than these things that you worry about that hold you back from breaking through and just doing everything you want to accomplish in life. And so I know not everybody is as passionate. I'm really passionate about fitness. I really do honestly love fitness, but be passionate about your goals. Be passionate about your life and the life that you want to live. Be passionate about growing and getting better and developing every day. And that will lead you there. You don't have to be defined. You're not defined by Beachbody, but you guys, I want you to see that Beachbody is a vehicle. It is absolutely a solution for you. And this is my journey. And this did take time, and what I want you to know is that the leaders on No Limits Fitness and the 4 and 5-star and 2 and 3-star diamonds, they have a shorter income. Their income goes up higher, faster. And it's because they work for it. Don't ever think that a coach, earning a certain amount of money, you look at them and you think, oh, they got lucky, or it's placement, or it's this person, or they have all the, no, you guys, they put their heart and soul into this business. And when you put your heart and soul into it and you study this business and you study how to earn, and it starts with retail and then it gets to your cycle bonuses, and then you help your coaches duplicate your activities, you guys, it will lead to amazing things. So, I'll leave you with this quote, because this is what our business comes down to, is that the easiest way to get what you want is to help others get what they want. Yes, you need to be crystal clear on what you want. But in this business, the people that really, really just soar are people that care about other people. You genuinely care, and you want to help them get what they want. And so that you want that, and you want to change your life more than the fear and more than remaining the same. And when your focus is on service, and helping others get what they want, you guys, amazing things are going to happen. So that's quick action steps. And this is sort of just my summary of where I want your head to be right now. Know the outcome you want right now. Write it down, and don't be afraid to think 12 months out. What is your outcome? What do you want your life to look like? Define it as clearly as possible. Number 2, know why. You guys, I have wanted to be able to pick my kids up from school for so long. We had so many issues with aftercare. I didn't like the counselors. I didn't, all I wanted was to be able to pick my kids up. That was such a defining moment for me. And so that was something that I was working towards. And that's why I would stay up late at night. I was committed to that, I was committed to getting better every single day for my kids so I could give them more of me. I wanted more time. Find your tribe. And this is, again, in knowing who you are and what you want and what makes you tick, you are able to convey that genuinely and with authenticity to your friends on social media. Man, just be real and find the people who are like you, who enjoy the same things that you enjoy and who want the same things that you want, and connect with them, because those people are your tribe. Treat it like $1 million business. Treat it like $1 million business, because it is. It is. And I know within 2 years, I'm not really focused on my income goals. I'm focused on the leaders on my team and helping them get to their income goals. And I know that when that happens, I'll get to the next level in my business. Challenge yourself daily to get 1% better. Love yourself. Do not compare. Find your voice. Use it daily. 7, the training never stops. What do all the best coaches do? They never stop learning more. Every single day, there's something you can learn in this business that will help you to either mentor somebody or help a challenger to get through a tough time and stick it out. And those are the things that make all the difference. PD and business training have to always continue. Never stop growing. 8, don't be a spectator. Get in the game. Action is always better than talking, training, planning, thinking. I know I just said to never stop training, but it's always better to be taking action than to be thinking about something. Just take action. Figure it out as you go. And then 9, don't get stuck on what happened or didn't happen yesterday. Your mission is too important for that. Wipe the slate clean. Focus on making the most of today, every single day. Okay.
Amazing. Kara, where are you? Hold on, I can't find you. I lost you again. You guys, was that amazing? Please blow up that feed. I mean, it has been, Kara. I know you've been focused on your PowerPoint, but the thread has been completely blowing up. You guys. Somebody's unmuted. If you guys can mute you, I don't know who keeps getting unmuted. It's a phone. You got Kara. It's, first of all, let me say that you're amazing, and I can hear Tony Robbins running through your blood. So that in and of itself is so inspiring, because I know that the personal development that you're doing is directly impacting your business. And so that you guys understand, I know it's been a long call, but so you guys understand, Kara not only just came back from Unleash the Power, which is an event that I've gone to, but when we announced that we were taking our leaders to Entre Leadership, and Becky and I were going to be kind of funding the pot that was going to go, but yet the leaders still had to invest a hefty chunk of money to attend Entre Leadership, Kara was one of the first ones that said, I'm in. I don't care what it has to take. I'm investing back into my business. And you could tell how that directly correlates to the success that she's had in her business. That's number 1. Number 2, I wanted to say that it is really special to me to have a personally sponsored coach seeing that kind of success. When you showed the numbers, like every hair on my arm stood up, my heart started pitter-pattering, and all it takes is one person being bold, like Kara says, to completely and utterly change the course of someone's destiny. And I feel like I'm going to start crying because, you know, I'm a big crybaby, but the fact that you took this, and although it started a little slow, right? You saw Kara's first year, that when you opened your eyes, and like I always say, you put the vision goggles on and you put the work ethic in motion, how this business can grow so exponentially. So you guys saw that. And then number 3, if you're listening to this call, you either right now want to throw up or you want to run through a wall to try to accomplish your dreams. And I have to say that you have to use both of those feelings. If you feel like throwing up, or whether you feel like you need to work all night to sell some challenge packs, then you have to use that energy. I will never forget when I started this business and I wanted to grow my income. If I woke up in the morning and I didn't feel nervous, if I wasn't anxious about my business, I knew that there was something off. I knew my why was fuzzy, like Kara said in her slide. I knew that my goals were not aligned with my action steps. And so tonight is a gut check moment. If you want to earn the kind of income that can make your wildest dreams come true, and you have to understand, like Kara said, don't compare yourself to her. That's going to be the killer of all dreams. If you sit here and you say, I'm not her, I didn't do it, you know, I've been in the business 4 years, I'm not making that kind of money, that you have to not do that, because everybody has their own circumstance and their own race to run, and the definitions of success are so different here, right? Someone's definition of success can be, you know, $25,000 a year. It could be 50. It could be $1 million. I don't know. It depends on what it is that you want. You have to define that, right? But what the point of this and what Kara says is that the opportunity is available. It is for those that see it and run with it, right? If you sit down and all you do is say woulda, coulda, shoulda, or I'm not good enough, or like Paulina and I have been dissecting this topic for a week and a half now, where I think there's some people in the business, they believe in the business, right? Raise your hand if you believe in this business, right? You believe that this business works, right? All those people that are crazy out there on social media saying it doesnment work, like you know they're fine, right? That's not true, because why am I scared? You guys hear the feedback? Anyway, you know that's not true. Oh, why am I hearing myself? Hello, better. Okay, you know that's not true because you have seen the success. Tonight we proved that to you. I have proved that to you. My sister, hundreds of coaches on our team have proved that this business works, right? You cannot disagree with that. But people don't believe it for themselves, right? They believe it for other people. Now tonight you believe it for Kara, right? You believe Kara is supposed to be successful in this business, but you don't believe it for you. And you know what the solution for that is? Anybody? Write it down. It's personal development. It is believing in yourself. You cannot grow this business with a small mindset, with fear, with lack of confidence, with not believing in yourself. And all it takes is an investment of you to change that. And at the end of the day, even if the business doesn't work because you're not aligned with the activities to make it work, at the end of the day, if you commit to personal development, you're going to come out a better person regardless. Can I get an amen on that? So at least make that a priority for yourself. At least make that a priority, and then see how you can grow this business, right? Because that has to be number one. And Kara opened this call and closed this call with stressing the importance of personal development. So if there's anything that we can elicit from you tonight, is that you will commit, you will invest in your personal development, you will do the work, because you are meant to do great things. You've already made the decision to do great things with this opportunity. You just have to believe it for yourself, and you have to align, and I keep saying it, your God-sized dreams with God-sized action, right? You can't want this big mountain. You can't want it all and then every day not show up for your business. You've got to work and work big. All right, guys, it's late. Kara, I love you. There's someone muted. I don't know who it is. But you guys, I will share this recording. Before I hang up, somebody asked for the presentation. I'm going to ask that before it gets shared, if Kara, you want to share it, I know this is a personal thing because it has your income on it, that you put the income disclaimer. If you took a screenshot of any of those slides, this is the lawyer in me, guys. I got to do this. I'm on cab. If you took a screenshot of any of those slides with Kara's income, that they do not get shared at all publicly. Our team does not believe in that. And
I've never shared my income publicly. Information
So,
that I'm giving, this is a coach call. So
yeah. So that does not get shared publicly. If it is posted on a team page for whatever reason, that the income disclaimer has to appear on it. Okay. So just so you guys know, but that is entirely up to Kara and whether she's going to share the presentation. But Kara, I think that the slides that just have your tips and stuff, that would be great for you to share.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you guys, let's call it a night. It's a big month. We have a big week ahead of us with Super Saturday. Make sure that you are aligning your goals with your activity level and that you make it happen this month. Big action, big action, big action. Let's do this, guys. Love you, Kara. I'm so proud of you. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.